Hydrogen, the element that can be used in many different ways and is a part of our need to survive. One of the many different ways that could be used is as an alternative to natural gas. My name is Suris, and I'm a student at Miami-Dade College West Campus. And today, I will show you some facts about why hydrogen and gasoline can be a great alternative for fuel. First things first, before we get into the facts, you are probably wondering how all of this is connected to chemistry. Well, it's actually quite simple. Hydrogen is element number 1 in the periodic table and is also known as the most abundant element in the entire universe. All living things need water in order to stay hydrated and survive. Also, planet Earth is made up of many bodies of water, which all roughly adds up to about 71% of water. And now for some facts. You're probably asking yourself, now Brandon, why would I use hydrogen as fuel rather than using natural gasoline or diesel? Well, hydrogen fuel actually produces about 3 times as much energy as natural gasoline. And on top of that, like diesels are just out of the question. Cars that use diesel gas just spend way more energy than any of the other two. Hydrogen produces so much energy, and even NASA uses that to fuel their rockets instead of normal gasoline. And there's some car brands like Toyota, Hyundai, and Honda have created some cars already that use hydrogen as their fuel. As you can see in this slide, the blue car is a Toyota and it's the Mirai, and it already uses hydrogen as fuel. On top of being fuel efficient, hydrogen fuel is also environmentally friendly. We've been trying to combat global warming for many years now, and hydrogen fuel might actually be a way to finally help out our world. Now, hydrogen fuel isn't hazardous to the environment in any way, and it isn't toxic like other power sources, such as nuclear energy, gasoline, and coal. Also, when burnt, hydrogen doesn't create harmful substances like when you burn gasoline. It creates carbon dioxide. Hey, hydrogen is more fuel efficient and environmentally friendly. I think I'm gonna have to buy myself a hydrogen fueled car, because this sounds like a deal to me. Now, as you can see in this graph, you can see all the different types of fuel that cars use. Gasoline rarely affects the atmosphere at a 4.0, while propane doesn't affect it as much, but it still hurts it at 1.52. Now, natural gas, which is at a 0.55, doesn't affect the atmosphere as much, but with all the years of people just using it in their cars and everything, it will just eventually add up and that would actually hurt the environment. And hydrogen, which is at a very low point of a 0.07, just it will take even longer to affect the environment. My last selling point for hydrogen fuel is that it's very easy to come across. I mean, the whole world is 71% water, so hydrogen isn't rare at all. As years go, it's becoming harder and harder to find non-renewable resources, also known as fossil fuels. Hydrogen is very easy to come across, and on top of that, we can even renew and reuse it over and over and over. Once we use the hydrogen fuel, it will just go up in the atmosphere and we could extract it once it rains. Now, hydrogen may sound incredible, but there's just a little drawback. In order to get hydrogen fuel, we need to extract hydrogen out of H2O, and for that, we need energy to be able to do that. What we tend to use is fossil fuel as energy to separate the hydrogen from water. And it's kind of anti-productive because the whole point of using hydrogen as fuel is to stop the use of gasoline as fuel. The only other way to not use fossil fuels to extract hydrogen is to use wind turbines or solar power, which we also do. On the bright side of all this, we can create massive amounts of hydrogen fuel. And my final thoughts about hydrogen as fuel. As a little reminder, we spoke about how hydrogen is 3 times more efficient than natural gas. It's environmentally friendly, and it's super easy to come across compared to fossil fuels, which is already becoming harder and harder to find as years pass. I think that cars with hydrogen is an incredible alternative, but we need to create them with fossil fuels, which I think that's the problem. If we could just make them with wind turbines and solar power, then it'll be perfect. But right now, since we're using fossil fuels as well, it's just kind of being anti-productive. Hydrogen cars and electric cars are definitely our future if we plan to slow down global warming. Because if we continue to use natural gas, it's just only going to continue to harm our planet. Thank you for listening in on my presentation and have a great day.